Welcome everyone to your weekly energy update where we're looking at the week of October 2nd through October 9th. This week we have a lot going on in the planets. October 2nd, we actually have Mercury leaving its full retrograde and going into its post shadow. So yay! It'll be in the post shadow all the way until October 18th when it goes direct. And it is a period of reviewing. Now last week's energy update, we did already talk about the Mercury retrograde and this post-shadow period that's starting to come up. So if you want to find out what you learned around communication during this last Mercury retrograde, check out last week's video because it is going to give you information that'll last through October 18th. We also have October 8th this week. Pluto is joining the post-shadow parade, and that is a planet of like grow or die. It's the death, the rebirth, and it's the energy of transformation, like the phoenix that's rising from the ashes. That's the main energy we're going to look at for this week. Although we also have the next day on October 9th is going to be a full moon in Aries, but we'll cover more of that in next week's energy update since that will be from October 9th through the following Sunday as well. So because we're going to be looking at the Pluto post-shadow energy, Pluto retrograde was a time to reflect on what ended, what burnt down, and now we're starting to make our way up and out of those ashes. And so for this reading, we're going to ask, what does the spirit realm want us to know about our rebirth? What's this new creation that we've become? So, of course, we have readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Pisces, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Messenger Oracle and just find out what the spirit realm would like you to know about your new creation, your rebirth. What happened, or where are you headed? Who are you now? Whatever they like us to know. So for all of our Pisces, what would you like them to know, please? All right. So it popped up here, and you have the letting your emotions flow. How perfect for Pisces, who you're always having this beautiful, beautiful experience of flowing emotions. And I know sometimes you might feel like you have to keep some protected, keep some that are like you might deem unacceptable and that other people wouldn't deem that you should be sharing or experience or flowing. But you're allowed to have emotions flow through you even though you don't have to take physical action on the outside. So this is permission to experience all sides of the pond. Pisces has the two fishies that it represents. There's usually like a light fish and a dark fish, and Pisces can swim in the sunny side of the pond and just as easily go into the dark, shadowy side of the pond and feel emotions both of unconditional love and of those fear of losing conditional love. But this is like letting you know it's okay to feel both sides. Just try not to live on the dark, shadowy side. Always know that there's a light side that you can swim to too when you get overwhelmed by being in the dark for so long. And it says emotions flow like water. They can be joyous like a babbling brook, as deep and strong as a river. Give yourself permission to feel and experience them without judgment or blame. Do not try to deny them, for that can only lead to harm and dis-ease. Do not dam them within you. Release them. Let them flow and go. Allow yourself to feel them and learn from them as you embrace them for what they are, a natural response to the moment that you exist in that will pass as the moment passes. Yeah, so allow it to be like a stream where you're never standing in the same water for very long, because that water keeps on moving, and even though you're standing in it, you don't experience it forever, right? So I love that. We're also going to pull a card here from the Earth Magic Oracle, see what they'd like to add to this rebirth. And I love this, embracing all of your emotions as part of you, not denying it as something that's not you, allowing yourself to feel that shadow. All right, so what else for our Pisces, please? What else would you like, our Pisces to know? And you have the winter solstice reflection. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful card there. We'll put that right next to it here. And let's see what it wants to mention here. I believe those are in back, if I remember. Yep, there it is. And it says, this midpoint of winter is not only the shortest day of the year, but also the longest night. The world is very still and the land dormant. Various festivals of light are celebrated and have been for thousands of years, serving as a reminder that the light will indeed return. Throughout many cultures, there are tales describing the time as the birth of the archetypal Sun King, including the Christian story of Jesus' birth, representing the hope of renewal from the darkest period of the solar cycle. What were we talking about, right? The burning down of things and the coming out of those, ashes of the flames. Both sides, the darkness, knowing that the light always returns as well. So this image portrays a simple yet powerful representation of the winter solstice. We see a clear reflection of the snowy woods on the still frozen waters of the lake. The blue tint drapes the scene with an even greater sense of quiet and solace, inviting us to walk very softly lest we disturb the intense yet gentle grace of this scene. The reflection of the trees on the frozen lake reminds us that this is a time for us to go inside to both our physical shelter as well as our internal world, and there contemplate the season that has passed, the season that is, and the season that is yet to come. And it says, review the past year and ask yourself what the most important lesson that you've had to learn are, what you have accomplished, and what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the upcoming year. Whether it's been a relatively smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of the source of higher realms, no matter what your judgments, your fears, or your joys are. Honor whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness. Then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet, slow time in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you're finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potential that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition, and see what shows up. Notice how you feel in your body with whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of that which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness is called for here, for just as the earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle. I think that's it. Yeah. So perfect. I'm loving how all of this is working together. And we're also going to pull cards here from the Runic Tarot and to see what the Creator and Spirit would like to add. I love all this water reference. You mean you're a water sign. Water is emotions. So there's all this reflection on emotions, spending time inside, allowing yourself to feel and see what has unfolded. But we'll get more information here too and see what else they'd like you to know about your death and your rebirth and what ended and what you have risen as out of these ashes. All right. What else for all our Pisces, please? What else would you like them to know? Okay, what else? Okay, they do want these three up top. Okay. So let's get these scooched over. And we'll look at these, starting with this one over here. And you have the Six of Wands. So Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passion. This is called like the recognition card. And I love this recognition that's switching from the outside world to the higher realms. You're looking at what your, this drive for validation, with all this reflection, with all this emotion and feeling. A lot of it is like you did so much and then you're like, this is what you gave me, a t-shirt, or a $5 coupon, for a drink at Starbucks, which only buys like a half of a coffee now. It's like you have that disappointment. Some of the emotions you felt were what you were hoping to glean from the outside world in what you have done, but you didn't get a whole lot back. You didn't feel like you were having this satisfaction from it. And that's been turning you upward instead, to where you are realizing how proud the higher realms of you, how much support and unconditional love you have from the higher realms, because they're all up on the cliffs, right? That's the higher realm, your spiritual posse, the creator of spirit itself. Guardian angels and angels, loved ones on the other side, ancestors, just a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light, that they're sharing their recognition of your bravery and reminding you that you've overcome 100% of every challenge you've had in your life, or you wouldn't be watching this video right now. And so there's this huge applause and just pride they have in you, a lot of high fives all around, just telling you how proud they are of you, and you're feeling the satisfaction from that place instead. And you have the Four of Wands, which brings in your energetic stability. It is a card of celebration and marriage and, all that completion type of energy. So you have two even wand energies here, which means beautiful, flowing, and stable energy that's coming in because of this. It's like all of this that you went through, all this dark winter and the dark side of the pond are bringing you over to the lighter side of the pond, because you're realizing just how loved you are and how stable your energy actually is, rooted in that. And then you have the High Priestess, and not surprising, this represents like water sign energy for sure, because the High Priestess goes into her temple, like has that solace time it mentioned. She goes into the, her little personal temple, away from all of the outside noise and all of that. It even kind of looks a little wintry in the background even. But she is able to connect to the higher realms, go behind the veil into the subconscious, the unconscious, and really have this strong connection to the spirit realm, which is very Pisces as well. So you're rising from these ashes and just like this step up in your spiritual contact, your spiritual confidence, your spiritual connection to the higher realms. And you have the Tower, which makes sense. This is the burning down of things, like we talked about, the death and the rebirth. This is, very much that Pluto retrograde energy, or Pluto energy, where anything that is burned down in your life and removed out of your life happens for you. And it removes obstacles, burns down the old, so from the ashes you do rise with newness, with something that's more in alignment with the next step of your adventure. You experienced everything on purpose for a purpose, but now this comes in to remove things out of your life to open the space for new things to come in as well. And then you have the Devil card. So this is Capricorn energy. It's very much ruled by Saturn, which, Saturn is the taskmaster. It has you go through all these lessons. It challenges your thoughts and your beliefs around different kinds of areas of your life, just challenging what you're thinking and why. And it has you really evaluate why you feel what you do, why you're doing what you do, why you think you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. And it just really rattles the cage, rattles the foundation, so that you can really understand what it is you truly believe. And some of it's just what you were told and you took on, but you're finding out what you really want to believe. But being the taskmaster, they also bring wonderful, wonderful reward on the other side of it. So, all this inner search, all this inner stuff that you're doing is bringing you in this beautiful energy and the strong connection to the higher realms. So loving this for you, Pisces. And then lastly, we're going to pull at least one card here from the Art of Manifestation Oracle and see what else they'd like to say. Just a couple of times here. One more. All right. So for our Pisces, what else? What is your final message for this week's? Okay, they do want that one there. And your final message here is to have and to hold. Like the brightness coming in there, right? And it says, healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. It is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity. But this dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push someone away. Give your relationships the freedom it needs to form a healthy foundation of trust. And that is both in physical relationships with human characters, but also the higher realm too. I love these emotions that you're facing and this internalness that you're going inward. You're not looking outward for your validation. You're not looking outward for any type of those reinforcements and answers and definitions. You are on this inner journey here to understand who you are, and the power that all comes with that allows you to freely let people be who they are. You're no longer having such a strong grip on who they're supposed to be, who they should be to you, and what they're supposed to do for you, and all those other restrictions. You're allowing this freedom to come in, trusting that whatever they're bringing in for you is the most that they can offer you, and then that's enough, because you don't need it for your sustenance. You're going to find that within your own temple, but you're allowing them to bring whatever they have to offer, and it's enough, always enough, because it's not what you need. You're finding that from within, so anything anyone gives you is above and beyond. So there's this transformation that rolls out and changes with these relationships too. So I do love this for you, Pisces. Great energy, rising as this new emotionally just powerful, with all this energy that's stabilized, but definitely transformation coming in and release. The Devil card also is about having your restrictions and having things that have been keeping you small before be brought to you. But I kind of, see that with all these, especially all these major arcana here. This is this transformation. They're burning down all of this stuff to make room for the new, make room for your powerful you as you rise from those ashes. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful for you, Pisces. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those and have a notification come to you whenever they are available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, also, clicking the subscribe button will give you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there is an option for all, and if you click on it, then you will be notified of any new videos that do come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the broad of love, Zen Love, right? It also helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, if you comment on one of my videos, and especially subscribing to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy it does want to share the videos of this channel automatically with other people. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am ever so grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and my recorded personal readings are actually on a sliding price scale, which means that you can choose among a few different prices for the same type of reading, and which offers you a little bit more flexibility, and you can choose something that's more in alignment with your budget at the time. So you can check any of that out in the description box of this video down below. All right, Pisces, as you go through this amazing adventure, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.